Hi, my name is Father Ryan Ford. I'm the Director of the Office of Evangelization and Catechesis for the Diocese of Marquette. And I'm making this video to introduce you to our mission training process, which you can read more about on this page. And so it's my mission right now, as a priest, to help promote and form lay people for mission. And so what is the mission of a layperson? Well, first of all, it is to be a good friend of Jesus through deepening your own connection with Him through daily prayer, scripture, and the sacraments. Second, it is to be a good friend of people around you, where God calls you to be out in the world, to develop and strengthen and deepen friendships in your family, at your workplace, at your school, in your neighborhood, or sports teams, or beer leagues, wherever God calls you to live, work, and play. And third, as you develop those friendships, it is to help your friends encounter Jesus and take next steps towards Him. And so what does that look like practically? How do you make this a reality? What habits can you practice in your daily life to make this happen? That's the focus of these evangelization training groups. And as of December 2025, we've reached 8 locations with these training groups, and we have 3 more locations planned for January. And so I work with pastors in a few locations at a time to bring this training group to their location and invite parishioners to participate. And I either facilitate the training group myself, or I coach and support and train a layperson in the parish to facilitate that training group and continue that mission process in their own parish. Right now it's Advent as I record this video, and in Advent the Church places before us 2 people in particular that we hear about, the Blessed Virgin Mary and St. John the Baptist. And why is that? Well, I think it's because Jesus did not come into the world alone. He invited and needed other people to bring Him into the world. Mary and John the Baptist. John the Baptist built friendships with people around him in Galilee and then pointed those friends to Jesus. And that's what God continues to do today. He needs people. He needs people like you to live your life in a contagious, curious, and joyful way, to invest in relationships and deepen friendships with people right around you in daily life, and then to point those friends to Jesus by the way you live your life and by intentionally guiding conversations and helping people take next steps towards Him. And so that's what this training is focused on. It's not necessarily going to help you go knock on doors and talk with strangers, though it might help you do that better. It's not going to give you better arguments to argue people into faith, but it's going to focus on this context of friendship, because I really believe that friendship is the best context for evangelization. And so maybe some of you have experienced this kind of friendship in your life. I know I have. In my freshman year in college, I was focused on my studies. I was not making time for God. I was falling into bad habits and sins. But there was a friend of mine there who kept knocking on my door, inviting me out to dinner or to play racquetball or just hang out. He took time to have fun with me and get to know me. And then eventually, over time, he earned my trust. And he guided the conversation towards talking about personal faith. And at that time, I was able to share my struggles with him, my bad habits and sins, my shame. I was able to articulate, a deeper desire for God, but not knowing how to pursue Him. So he became a friend that guided me towards next steps towards Jesus. He invited me to come to a Bible study that he was facilitating with some friends. He invited me to go to confession with him and experience Jesus' mercy, which I probably wouldn't have found that pathway of healing on my own. And so this is what this training is focused on. I mean, who else but a close friend could have disrupted my life for the better, to open up my struggles to and walk with me back to Jesus? Whether you know it or not, probably all of you have friends in your life who are dealing with some hidden struggles or facing some hidden darkness in their life. And they maybe don't need a parish program or somebody to argue about their beliefs. They need a good friend who will disrupt their lives in a good way, who will proclaim God's abiding love at the right moment, who will share their experiences of God working in their life in a way that relates to their struggles, who will give them hope and walk with them towards Jesus. So He needs you like He needed Mary and John the Baptist. He chooses you for this mission. He equips you to be a friend on mission to the people around you. So whether you're a parishioner looking to be formed in a training group, whether you're a priest who wants to form your parishioners in mission, or whether you're a layperson looking to be a leader in your own parish and facilitate your own training group and facilitate this mission process in your parish, read more about it on this page, fill out the interest form at the bottom of the page, and I'll be in contact with you soon. God bless you.